Hi, I'm Linda Fox. I'm a senior reporter with PhocusWire, and I'm here with Travis Pittman. He's CEO and co-founder of TourRadar. Thanks for joining us.
Great to be here.
So let's start with a serious one. Your funding in June, 50 million, I believe.
Yes.
So can you just give us a bit of an update on progress with that, how you're kind of investing?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's been a fun time since we've been closed. Lots of growth in terms of headcount. So we really wanted to invest into product and engineering. So we've really beefed that up in our Vienna office, in our headquarters. But we're actually really also investing into our other offices as well as opening up a New York office soon, and more than likely a London one or two. So really trying to go deeper into our core market. So the US is our biggest market, it's our fastest growing, and we want to really double down on that. So yeah, a lot of people growth, but also marketing technology and a lot of supply acquisition. So we've been onboarding a lot of tour operators, trying to get as much supply and much selection into the marketplace as we possibly can. It's been working really well for us.
So I'm interested to know that with funding, do you get yourself into a cycle of raise, then obviously spend, burn? I know there's technical terms for this, and then are you in a cycle of having to raise again, or at some point do you have that plan for sort of sustainability of not having to raise again?
I think you always have to have the backup plan. So you always have to be budgeting and forecasting that you can make the switch if you need to. I feel we're still scratching the surface, like in terms of market share, and even we're just in English. We don't like doing any other languages at the moment, and so we have a lot of chance to grow in other languages. And so if we want to achieve those goals, more than likely we will have to raise again in the future. But yeah, I think when you're budgeting, the investors always say, look, always prepare for the worst, just in case something doesn't go right, so that you can change course if you need to early enough before it gets too bad. So.
Fair enough. So I feel like TourRadar's kind of had this market almost to itself. You might disagree, you might know of lots of other competitors, but what would the ease of someone else wanting to come in and take some of what you're doing away, or perhaps what would the challenges be as well?
Yeah, so we're seeing some competitors pop up now, some smaller ones, and even rumbles about some of the big ones going into this space.
Sure.
It's naturally going to happen. We're paving a way, we're showing how to do this, but there's a lot of complexity on the back end, and just the whole getting all the pieces of the pie from supply, the platform, and then the demand side. How you actually bring people through the funnel for a product that's $2,000, 14-day type experiences. It's not the same customer as someone booking an in-destination activity. So you have to market to them completely differently. So obviously it will happen, and it validates the market that this actually is a real thing.
Do you feel like bring it on because you've got some experience
Yeah,
there?
in a way, but I feel with the spaghetti mess of the back end of XMLs and APIs, we've got over 200 direct connections with operators.
Okay.
And it's like legacy systems that take 3 to 12 months to integrate.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of barriers to entry there, but it's not impossible. It just will take some time for someone to get to the same sort of level as we have.
Okay, no, fair enough. So you mentioned some new offices, New York and London. What else is 2019 hold for you?
So yeah, it's all about going deeper into our current markets. That's for sure. We're also looking at new travel styles. So because we've got our supply acquisition working quite well now, we're looking at how do we go deeper into other verticals of multi-day touring. So we're always going to stay focused on multi-day. A mobile app is coming, so we've finally worked out what we want to do there.
Does that translate well to multi-day tours, or?
So yeah, it's always been the challenge. What do we do? From a thing you book once a year, why do you need a mobile app?
Sure.
But we feel there's a lot of cleaning up post-booking in terms of the on-tour experience and everything like that is very clunky now, and every operator does it in a different way. So if we can make that a seamless, unified experience through a mobile app, we feel that someone will be willing to make that investment to download the app to their phone and actually do it. So yeah, mobile's a topic, a lot more supply, and then these new, going deeper into our bigger markets like the US.
Okay, cool. And just kind of finally, what about the wider industry for 2019? Some of the big themes have been discussed here, but what do you think is going to happen, as in tourism activities industry?
Good question. I see there's some big players that are making significant progress. Like, there's obviously the likes of Klook coming in and getting a bit of amongst the
making lots of noise.
Exactly, and it's good for everyone. But I think what it's also showing is that the market is pretty damn big, and I don't think it's a winner-take-all. I think there's people been, questioning that in the past. I don't think it is that in either our market or even in the day tour market.
Sure.
But I think we'll probably continue to see maybe not the same type of consolidation we saw last year with Booking and FareHarbor, but there will be some sort of that on the reservation platform. So,
somebody mentioned that there was maybe 9 or 10 per country.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Luke was on stage and he mentioned there was 9 or 10 per country.
I knew there was a lot, but it seems quite a lot.
I thought so, but
it should
anyway.
be some sort of consolidation there, I guess. But I think what, for us, that I think is really important is the perception of touring itself needs to be changed. So unfortunately there's a bit of a perception for multi-day, which is groups of people with an umbrella following around, herded around a city. We want to change that perception from a TourRadar perspective, and we feel that as an industry, we also would all benefit from that. So if we all get behind trying to make tours a bit sexy, make it fun, and as Douglas has sort of said, it's the best part of travel.
Sure.
And it actually is.
Yeah.
So how do we rebrand that or change that in the consumer's mind? So I think that's an exciting part of 2019 and into 2020. And actually onto a campaign we're running called Tour the World.
Oh yeah, the Google Zoo I think I
Yeah.
saw. I don't know what that is, so you're going to have to explain it to me.
Neither did I up until about
Okay,
6 months
good.
ago. Yeah, it's called the Google Think Tank, and it's a creative agency that Google has basically created, where I believe there's around 30 or 50 people, all very smart, creative people, who jump onto projects. Only like 4 a quarter, I think it is.
Okay.
They pick very specific projects, and they decided this Tour of the World campaign we're doing.
So do you
was one.
pitch projects to them?
Kind of, yeah. So
Or do you
because
you're in the know?
we're ramping up, working with Google a lot more, we told them a couple of things. They're like, oh, that actually looks interesting and could be, and they
good fit.
introduced us to Google Zoo.
Very good.
And then we pitched that to them, and now it's kind of got legs. The campaign's running. It's going to be 2 strangers traveling the world for 2 months, 5 tours, 5 continents, being filmed the whole way.
Okay.
So there's obviously a creative element to it. So Google Zoo are going to be doing a big workshop with us and defining, how are we doing the creative and everything on that. So
And what's
it's
it
exciting.
like working with them?
Very interesting. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they've got some great ideas, and I mean they've seen a lot of stuff. They've basically a lot of the big campaigns you've seen out there, not just travel but any sort of brands, have Google Zoo behind it. Actually, you just don't realise that they have. So
Okay, so it's there's more to it than
it is. Yeah,
All
no,
right.
it's super exciting for us. So yeah.
Great.
Looking
Okay,
forward.
Travis, thank you very much.
No problem. Thanks, Linda.